Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Archer and Olive channel. If you're new here, I'm Shelby, or Shelby on Paper on Instagram, and I'm one of the Archer and Olive ambassadors this year. In today's video, I'm sharing this fun spring bucket list doodle spread that comes together in no time, so let's get into it. Let's get started and talk a little bit about the notebook that I'm using. This is the Archer and Olive Songbird in Blue 8x8 square notebook. The cover is soft, durable, and beautifully finished in this gorgeous blue shade. To make this bucket list even more functional, we're going to start with a Dutch door. I love using these because they allow us to see our main bucket list doodles while having a dedicated space to track them when we actually do them. So for this layout, we're going to create a vertical flap in the center of our spread. And a pro tip, if you're nervous about cutting your pages, I would definitely suggest a paper cutter, a ruler as a guide, and a craft knife to keep the edge perfectly crisp. Just be careful with this step, go slow, and make sure to protect the back page with either a cutting mat or even cardboard. Now that we have added our flap, we're going to turn it into our spring tracker. So on the front and back of this Dutch door, I'm going to sketch out 3 mini calendars for March, April, and May. And I'm keeping these pretty minimal, just simple boxes for each month. And you can definitely write in the days for each month, or you can use a rubber stamp set like I am, and it just makes it so much easier. And if you've never used one of these, it's pretty simple. You just set it up on the clear acrylic block and you're good to go. So the goal here isn't really to plan your whole life, but to have a spot to either circle the date or add a little star whenever you complete one of the items from your bucket list. And it's just a satisfying way to look back at the end of May and see exactly how you spent your season. Also, speaking of supplies, if you're interested in this specific journal or some of the pens and tools I'm using today, you can find them all over on the Archer and Olive website. And if you do pick up something, make sure to use my code ShelbyOnPaper10 at checkout and you can save 10% on your order. Now that our Dutch door is finished, the last step before adding the doodles is to add a title. So I'm using these fun alpha stickers, but you could definitely just write in the title as well. Now it is time to bring this spread to life with some spring doodles. I know that sometimes a blank page can feel a little intimidating, especially if you aren't feeling super confident in your drawing skills, but I have a little hack to make this step incredibly easy for you. I've actually created a free download of all the doodles I'm using today, so you can find the link for that right down in the description box, or you can head over to the Archer and Olive blog to read the full post. I go into even more detail there about the inspiration behind this entire spread. The best part about this printable is that you can just print it out, cut out the doodles you love, and paste them directly into your journal. I love doing it this way because it allows you to play with the composition. You can arrange them and rearrange them around your Dutch door until you're happy with how it looks before committing to gluing them down. Whether you choose to use the printable or even use them as a reference to draw your own, the goal is to fill these pages with things that make you excited for the season. Now that we have our layout arranged and glued down, it's time for my favorite part, which is adding the color. So this is where the spread really starts to feel like spring. Today I'm using some of my favorites, the Archer and Olive Calligraph pens. They come in a bunch of colors and they are dual-ended, so the brush tip is perfect for broader strokes and the fine tip is perfect for those small accents. The best thing about these doodles is that they are a blank canvas. The free download version is just a simple black line design, so it makes it really easy to fill it in. You can use whatever you have, whether you prefer the vibrant look of markers, the softer textures of colored pencils, or even the more nostalgic feel of crayons. Anything works, so take your time and just have fun with it. Now that our spread is full of color, it is time to finish up this bucket list. So I'm starting by drawing small, simple check boxes, and you can make these into any shape you want. So squares, circles, or even little hearts could be cute. Finally, I am filling in the activities I'm most excited for this season. Some examples could be visiting a local farmer's market, going on a picnic, or even learning a new hobby. Anything you want to do for the new season. And remember, every time you check one of these off, you can flip over to your stamped calendars on the Dutch door and mark the date. It's really fun and interactive, and it turns your journal into a beautiful time capsule of your spring. And there we have it, our finished spring bucket list spread. I'm so happy with how these doodles turned out, and I hope the free printable makes it easy for you to make your own bucket list. Don't forget to head to the description box for that download and the link to the full blog post. And if you're restocking your journaling supplies, use my code ShelbyOnPaper10 over at Archer & Olive to save a little bit on your order. If you make this spread, please tag me and Archer & Olive so we can see your beautiful work. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy journaling!